Hey gang, and welcome to Film Director Reacts, and today we're looking at gidle's Dumdi Dumdi, which dropped a couple days ago. If you notice a couple changes, like I'm standing because I'm trying to stand more, it makes it very hard to slap this table though, so we'll see how it goes. Maybe it's going to be dumb. So let's check this out. Oh, before I do, I want to mention a couple quick things. One is I haven't done a lot of gidle in the past. The reason is because I did gidle's last comeback, which was Oh My God, and had a lot of blowback. And for some reason, a lot of gidle fans took it very negatively. They downvoted the video, and they stalked me on social media. By the way, here's my Instagram. If you have not followed me on Instagram, you can follow it. It's Paul Soleil, which is sun in French. And someone chose to actually DM me on Instagram to complain about my review and also tell me that it was ugly. But I'm totally willing to try to watch gidle again. So let's check them out. Hopefully you guys aren't as angry this time. I also wanted to mention, I'm just going to insert this in here, is that Carlos Hernandez left a note on my last video. He says, Cube Entertainment really did not like your constructive criticisms. So Carlos, if you're watching this, would you please expand on that in this video, and I'll pin it at the top so everyone can read it. So if this is true and Cube Entertainment looked at some of these videos and they didn't like the criticisms or what we said, expand on it a little bit and we'll talk about it, because the reality is nobody really likes constructive criticism. You have to have a lot of character to be the kind of person who someone says, hey, Carlos, hey, whoever, you should do it like this. If you're the person who actually can take those and actually change things, that shows a lot of character. Most people are not like that. I have to tell you though, if you're in the professional TV film world, you better get over it. You really have to get over it, because there's always some producer or some network telling you to change things, and they don't know what they're talking about most of the time because they're not creative, they're just the suits, and you gotta change it. You gotta take all those notes. You get these notes and you're this is terrible, this is stupid, fine, here you go. That's why most directors are usually so unhappy with the movie that ends up on the screen. It's because studio interference. So just have to realize that, guys, in life, especially in TV, film, or any kind of job, you have to have the character to take constructive criticism. It's just the way it is. So Carlos, if you're watching, please give us more information in the comments and I'll pin it, because I'm sure we all want to know. So thank you very much, and back to what we were saying. And action. Okay, let's see. When the sun strikes the... Let's go back a little bit here. Someone told me this. Okay. When the sun strikes the heart of the desert, 6 wandering souls, I guess there's 6 of those members, came across each other at an outdated motel where human vestiges are barely traceable. There is a special life story behind each soul, and together they end up spending the most burningly compelling day of their lives. Did they mean burningly? I don't think that's right. It's a lot of explanation. All right, let's check it out. Drone shot, dolly down, crane. So these shots here are done usually, so there's probably a rig here outside the car, and it's attached there, and that's how they get that shot. And it's a old Mercedes. You know what I forgot? By the way, these are exteriors. You know I love exteriors. Also, you notice how this is edited together. It's not typical film editing. It's very herky-jerky. She's looking one way, then suddenly looking the other way. There's no flow of it. Usually in film, what that would say is that there is something amiss or something wrong. Sometimes K-pop videos is just, they just do it. Suddenly cut the other direction, you know. It's not typical. Did you guys notice the high frame rate? If you don't know what I'm talking about, high frame rate, high shutter speed, if you don't know, actually, that video was taken down. We'll have to talk about shutter speed again. This is a lot of handheld stuff right now. I'm not sure why they're doing so much handheld. It was very popular for a while, and then it kind of went out of vogue. They're using it here for some reason. It's not bad. It's just when you have sort of shaky, it should say something specifically. There needs to be a reason why you use handheld as opposed to using something steady. This is very good framing on her, and if you look here, there was some beautiful framing there. And some beautiful framing there. Really, really nice. And thank you so much. She's not dead center in the center of the frame. She's over here on the what they call the rule of thirds, which is actually the golden ratio, but that video got taken down as well. I'll try to re-upload what the golden ratio is. It's in all of nature. It's a killer dress, huh? Handheld.
Welcome, young lady.
Good shallow focus. Dead center of the frame. So I guess these are the 7 strangers meeting up. 7? They 7 or 6? Can't remember. Crane shot. So this is probably a handheld gimbal where someone's moving. Or it could be a jib, but it's the tight space. It's probably handheld, and someone's probably just turning it. I love this natural light out here. Beautiful, beautiful. And the camera. Do you notice how low to the ground it is? I really like that shot. I really like low angles. Crane down. What she did there, holy crap. I feel like that right now here in California. I'm here sweating. Hopefully you don't see it. Hopefully you don't see my pits. So I guess this is all just pre-song stuff. There was a really weird cut there. I'm not sure why they did that. So when they went through her legs, they should just pulled back, but for some reason that they cut this to basically the same shot here and then there. Like it's like they skipped that step, or actually they jumped back all of a sudden. There's really no reason to do that. I don't know why they did that. Let's look at it again. Don't know why. You wouldn't do that in a film. That doesn't seem to make any sense to me personally. Again, a lot of shaky cam or handheld. These are beautiful shots though, like we're so well lit on her. So basically I think there's probably like a bounce board in front of her, which is bouncing the light. See how the light is right there on her face? I'm assuming there's a bounce board. Let's go back a little bit. It's a really nice shot. Because you see how the light is above here, and then there's light here on her face as well. So there's a second source of light is what I'm saying. So here I kind of understand the handheld. It's like the song starts and they're trying to add a little bit of energy. Sometimes when you do a handheld, it kind of creates maybe a little false energy. She is not right in the center of the frame. Thank you very much. Really nice lighting. Yeah, this is already much more cinematic, much better framing. And again, you see this cut here, like check this out gang. So what it is that the shot is very similar functionally. So if you're in a film set, the one shot here and the shot here, it's just a slight difference in angle. It doesn't make enough difference to actually differ functionally in a TV and film, and so you wouldn't normally do that. Here in K-pop videos though, they just do it for texture, I think. Check it out. And then immediately there, check it out one more time. Here and there. The same shot. So what they probably did actually in editing, they probably took this specific shot several times and then they just did a different take of that shot and just slammed them together. Again, jib. I do like how they're putting things in front of her like this, like it creates what do we call it, depth, when you create foreground, middle ground, and background. So that was nice. They create some nice energy there. Just with the cuts, and they actually cut it on the beat. And those made a lot of sense. And so it was here, and then they kind of moved here, and then they kind of moved here, just to try to create more energy as that song kicked up a little bit. I always like these shots with the sun going behind something, creates kind of a backwards light effect, or a backlit effect. They're kind of like beauty shots, and you notice the light here at dusk is just so nice. As you notice, as always, there's a lot of Dutch angles in K-pop videos. Again, it's not to show anything specific. In these cases, it's just to more texture. So that camera is really close to her face. So you can see how close she is right here because her face is distorted. So what happens is the camera's actually a good focal length away, and then when she moves forward, it's too close, and with the shape of the glass, it actually distorts her face because she moves really close to it. What they should have done better, so she didn't get distorted, is they should have had the camera further out, had a longer lens, zoomed in on her a bit, so when she leaned in, that they didn't have any distortion. It's a mistake. That was a really weird two fast cuts here. So watch, there's two fast cuts right in a row, and they seem very unnecessary because of the exact same shot. See those? There's right there, right there. I don't know why they did those. Like, they were so quick, and there was the same shot. It's the same shot with a different take, and they just put those together. I'm not sure why. Editing is very hit or miss on this video. Now this I understand at the end. Now this makes sense, because it's like, it's creating a little bit of energy. When she's rapping, it's like, da 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 da. That's good editing. That was good. When they did it earlier, it just didn't make much sense. This has high shutter speed, can you see? Sorry I had to cut that really quick. We had gardeners outside and the noise started just blasting up, so I needed to cut it real quick, and you can probably hear a little bit in the background. I'm sorry, just that time of the week happens. This is very soft lighting on her. They probably have these soft boxes with these really big diffusers to really create this beauty lighting on her while she's singing. I'm a little disappointed. I wish that this would have hit a little harder on the second chorus, like something really would have changed a lot more. They really were ramped it up. What they tried to do is to try to have that glitter in the air, which does kind of ramp it up a little bit more, but it would have been better for them to either change the scene, change the way they're shooting it, or have them maybe dance a little bit more, or because they're not really, are they really dancing in this one? Wish that would have hit a little bit harder. So there's this place in Cabo, I think it's called, I can't remember what it's called, and they have this big thing where they have all this foam parties and stuff like that. It's pretty cool. Wouldn't want to clean up after it though. Interesting. Like, you would think that in their second time around that they would actually try to up it a little bit by changing things up, but it's kind of stayed pretty consistently on the same level. Yet there's not been a lot of elevation in this. I wonder why. I do have to say this location's amazing though. And this is a great crane shot again. Craning in on her. Super good lighting. Obviously there's backlit here, but she's just blasted by light from the front. Camera's too close to her face. Oh, nice. I like bird's eye shots like this, and I probably can do some sort of circular dance so you can see everything that they're doing. I think they did that in one of their last videos. It's weird, is this actually here, now it looks like a set more than looks like a real location. Really weird. I don't know why. I'm pretty sure it's a real location, but it looks like a set for some reason. It reminds me of kind of cavemen dancing around a fire. I don't know why. I think it's because the dance is just sort of kind of tribal-ish and sort of simple. It just kind of reminds me of like if you see these old movies with cavemen kind of like dancing around this fire. I mean, they don't look like cavemen. Crane up into the moon. That's not real. Yeah, okay. So that is Dumdi Dum by gidle. There were some really nice outside shots. I am a big fan of exteriors. It gives you really amazing lighting when you do a lot of exteriors, depending on if you know how to shoot exteriors or not. There's some very cinematic parts of this, like there were parts where like they framed them very well, especially in the beginning. It was really weird. It felt like the beginning was a different director than the rest of the music video, because the cinematic elements they used in the pre-song were not followed through in the rest of the song, so it felt completely different tonally. I wish that that tone would have shifted through the whole thing, and I also wish that there would have been more elevation throughout the song in terms of like just creating tension and elevating and keep on going up and up and up and raising the stakes. There was some beautiful editing and there was some very also strange editing, so it was very inconsistent with that, but you know, we talked through those so you could actually see those for yourself. But generally speaking, it was a beautiful video, beautifully shot. The cameras are beautiful, the lighting was beautiful, the directing was okay, and the editing was okay. There was some really great directing, some okay directing, some really great editing, and some okay editing. Largely, I liked it, a little inconsistent, but I liked it. So for gidle's Dumdi Dumdi, I didn't really hear it. Did they actually say Dumdi Dumdi? Well, it's a wrap.